Good morning and welcome in for another video. Myself, Darren, HGV Class 1 driver here in the UK. And this is pretty much a day in the life vlog if you are new to the channel. So welcome in. Time is 5:15 with a 5 AM start. We've done our vehicle checks, came outside, connected underneath the trailer, done the leads, done the legs. Now all we need to do is the brakes. Oh, and not forgetting the reg plate. I always keep it in the passenger door. It's up to you really where you want to keep it. Now we've connected to the trailer, we need to drive over to the hub, which is our other depot over in Ashton. It's about 5 minutes drive, load up and then set off for our adventure for sunny Sunderland. Just got to be careful of that really big hole in the middle of the road. Not too sure how it's happened, but the whole grid seems to have collapsed. You need to be very careful around that. That could cause some really serious damage to either your car or the truck. Last thing you want really is a business. Can't remember last time I've actually drove up to Sunderland. I was at Newcastle last week. That was a really nice drive. Go check the vlog out. And we even made it back in one day, didn't we? We drove all the way up to Carlisle, cut across the A69, got to Newcastle, offloaded 3 different drops, back across the A69 to Carlisle, made a collection on the other side of Carlisle, and we made it back. And I think that day was about 14 hours and 25 minutes with 9 hours and 15 minutes driving. So it was pretty much pushing it right near the legal limits. But today, I think it's going to be a night out. When it looks like the sheet this morning, I've got, I think it's 3 jobs around, well, the first job's in Sunderland, then I think the other 2 jobs around Sunderland and Newcastle area, and then our last job is around Middlesbrough. Then I'm sure there's going to be a backload to come back down towards the Warrington region. As a business, you've got to be making money, so make sure we've always got a full trailer when we're driving up the country, get something loaded to bring it back down. Or else just burning fuel really and wasting money if you're not coming back with a trailer full. I mean, if I was coming back with an empty trailer, it shouldn't really be a problem with getting back in one day. But it just depends where that backload is and if I can make it today for the collection, or will it be tomorrow morning. Either way, I'm prepared. I always carry a little bug out bag as such. While I was getting loaded up with today's run, I've gone from a route sheet, and luckily I've actually been to 2 places before. I've been to the one in Middlesbrough, which is our last one, and I've been to one of the Newcastle ones already, so I know what to expect when I get there, and I know exactly where they are, so that's no problems on that side of things. However, the first 2 I've never been before, and I can't really find them on Google Maps as such. I can find the address using like Google Maps with the postcode, know where that is. However, the business names are not there, so hopefully when we get there the place has been updated and yeah, we'll find them nice and easy. On the back of the trailer for today's stock that we're delivering, we've got a mixture of different pallets. As these boxes are not too heavy, we could get away with the internal straps. However, these ones, because it is metal, a little bit like so, and it's a little bit of a risk of sliding, need to make sure these are ratchet strapped down nice and secure. That should do. Time is just approaching 6:20. We're all loaded up, everything's all nice and secure, paperwork's all sorted out, so now we can actually officially hit the road to go to Sunderland. Now, you're thinking, oh, it's a little bit late leaving, aren't you? Well, the first job is not actually booked in until 10:30. So we can turn up either at 10 o'clock, 30 minutes before, or 30 minutes after at 11 o'clock. As I started at 5 a.m. this morning though, I do need to make sure I have at least a 15-minute break for the working time directive prior 11 o'clock, so that'll be the 6 hours working time. According to the sat-nav, we're going to be there at 9:45. It's 151 miles away and it's just over a 3 hours drive. So we've got plenty of time. Approximately 1 hour later, we've gone past Rochdale and we're making our way up towards the moors now. Still got 124 miles per our destination, but I need to try and stop over at Hartmore Services so we can get some fuel. We've got just under half a tank currently, so I need to make sure I've got enough fuel for the next day or two. But what an absolutely lovely view out the window this morning, I've got to say. I do like driving up this section of the motorway on the M62. Pretty much just this little section. It's quite a tedious motorway, isn't it, the M62? So far the roads have been really good. Hopefully it stays like this for the rest of the journey. I'm expecting it to get a little bit busier around the Bradford and past Leeds, but after the M1 section it shouldn't be too bad. We're following this up probably 20 miles give or take, jumping onto the M1 northbound, following it to the A1 northbound, and all the way up to Sunderland. Nice and easy little drive. It's been a while since I drove past Leeds. Good 4 weeks or so, I think. Last few times I've been going up Newcastle, been going up the M6, cutting across the A69. Just a little bit of a nicer drive that way. Got speed starting to slow down a little bit, gone down to 50 now. Oh, I think I spoke a little bit too early on the matrix signs about the traffic. As the matrix signs are currently saying 40. That's not good. I think I've jinxed it. Right, drop it down to 40. I'm hoping it is just congestion and not an accident. Oh, it might be a vehicle breakdown by looks of it. We've got an arrow on lane 4. No, it's okay that, because lane 4 merges over anyway. That's just standard procedure. And we've got 40 on the matrix, and then the next matrix 100 yards down says end. Not real sure why it went down to 40 then. If there's no accident. It is pretty heavy congested, but that's because everybody's starting to slow down. Now we've got end back to national speed limits. And we are officially at the highest motorway in England at 372 meters. Otherwise known as 1,221 feet. That's really nice up here this morning. Alright, 56 cruise control back on. Now let's just sit back and enjoy the scenery. Just had to pull over on the side of the road with my nice little trusty window spray, because these bugs on the window screen are getting a little bit out of hand. I've used so much water and stuff from it and it's just smearing it, it's not actually clearing it properly. So I've pulled over here to give it a quick little spray and I'll show you how bad it is now. Skip it forward 30 seconds to a minute if you are eating. I do apologise in advance. As you can see, around that section, it's just all over the truck. And up at the top is like that. Finally made it over at Sunderland and the time is approaching 11 o'clock. A little bit later than planned. I think it was originally 9:45 arrival time. Now I've had a 15-minute break on the way down, so that's 15 minutes of it. But we hit so much traffic around Leeds area, especially trying to get onto the M1 itself. It was pretty much bumper to bumper, gridlock, stood still traffic, with no accident or anything. So I can't understand why we stood still for so long, not moving. We've only got half a mile to go before we are at destination. And I do believe it's 5 pallets coming off for the first one. So that'll give me about 2 ton of weight, give or take. That's getting removed. Then our second delivery is over at a place called Cramlington, and that's 7 pallets coming off there. Looking at the sat nav, it might be the industry estate just up here where we're making our delivery. The Roller Shutter Door Company. Roller Shutter Door Company. Right. And according to the sat nav, it is just here. There we are, self-storage place. Got a little training driver. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate that. There we go. SCA self-storage. Let me across, yep. Time out. Right, yo, these self-storage places are always hit and miss. There's either loads of room you can get in, spin around, or it's like a car park and you got to be very, very careful entering and exiting. Loading bays around there. I'm going to park up just here and have a walk down. For some of these places, it's definitely worth just having a walk down, especially if you don't know what it's like inside. Definitely a little bit tight getting in, and no chance of spinning it around there. Plan of action: drive it forward around, maybe if I can get the swing a little bit more into that place, and then blind reverse it down past that nice little Porsche there, and just tuck myself in. Bit of right steer, not too much. Just try and keep it close to the curb. Make sure I'm past. I've got a van pulled up as well, right where I'm going. Let me go speak to the van driver. Now that should do there. Cars can still get past. Move these out the way, and it's very snug indeed. Get past that bit. You can only just get a van past. It's just easier to jump up on the truck, get a boat truck, move it to the other side, instead of trying to move your whole truck. Job number 2 is 26 miles away. And we're due to get there in approximately 40 minutes. Got to make our way onto the A1, follow that northbound, and I think it's just off the A1 looking at Google Maps earlier. Hopefully the postcode will take us straight there. It doesn't actually have a road name on the address. It just says it's on a certain industrial estate. So fingers crossed it's right. Borough of Gateshead, ladies and gentlemen. And we're officially jumping onto the A1 in brackets M. Trying to think, have we gone past, there it is. I was about to say, we've gone past the Angel of North. What's right in front of us? Does look pretty cool, to be fair. If you've never seen it, it's always worth just having a little Google so you can see the image of Angel of the North. Fortunately, the trees are kind of overgrown on this section, so when you get closer to it, you can't really see anything. So I'm not too sure if the camera's picked it up or not. The window screen has been bombarded again with hundreds, if not thousands, of bugs since I washed it all earlier on. It's absolutely crazy the amount of bugs that are coming off at the moment. I might just be able to see it behind the trees to the right hand side. The big statue. Might just be able to see it. It's another warm one today. Just trying to change the settings over. I feel like I've swallowed a fly as well. Got something right at the back of my throat. That serves me right, really, if you're driving with the window down. It's 23 degrees at the moment. I'm going to be sitting on the A1 for at least another 13 miles. Got the engine braking kicking in, you can probably hear it. Just relieve a little bit of pressure from the brakes. We've just exited the A1 for the A19, and that's the tiny services that was at the other day, actually. Where we drove on it, and it doesn't say anywhere not suitable for HGVs. But let me tell you now, it's not really suitable for HGVs. You can get fuel in and out, that's it. Not really a lot of space for brakes, unfortunately. We're entering Northumberland. I think that said England's Bow County. Still 4.5 miles to go before we're at destination. Do apologise as well on the screen, a couple of bugs. It's got to be midgy season or something, hasn't it? It's only really been like this since Monday. Last week it wasn't a problem with the bugs. sure it has something to do with the weather warming up. Still a little bit damp as well in places. We're still getting a little bit of rain, aren't we? But with the warmer weather, it's just accelerating the amount of bugs were around. There's another one. I'm so glad the truck's got air conditioning though. I've been in plenty of trucks in the past where they don't have air conditioning on. Oh my word, it is not nice. As many of you may know, driving a truck without air conditioning on a really hot day can be a little bit uncomfortable. Following for the Tape 68 northbound. Was that part of Hadrian's Wall? Not too sure what that is actually. A little bit of history around there. North Nelson Industrial Estate, that's what we're looking for. Just seeing the sign for it. So we're heading in the right direction. Here's a good little tip for you. I've been driving around for 15 minutes trying to find the business and thinking, can't see it anywhere. Google mapping it, doesn't come up with the business address. Think, right, where the hell can it be? Driving around, can't find it, and I thought, bright idea. Check the pallets if there's any paperwork on the pallets, and sometimes they might have a different address for you. Lo and behold, the address is a business that I drove past over there, so I know exactly where I need to go now. Well, that was fairly lucky as well. The time is just gone to 1:30 or maybe 20 to 2, and they close at 2 o'clock. So luckily, pulled over, used the initiative, checked the pallets for the paperwork, or else may have failed this delivery altogether. It's another reversing. Don't have enough room in the yard to spin it around, but it's quite nice and wide at least. One on just middle bit here. Yep. Yeah. Whew. It's getting even warmer. Gone up to 26.5 degrees now. I've had to stop cleaning another little section of the window, just so the camera can see. The rest of the window is kind of a bit of a write-off, if I'm being honest with you. The next job is NE23, and that is 13 miles away and just over 30 minutes drive to get there. ETA is going to be 2 PM. We're a little bit late today with everything that's been going on with traffic, delays, etc. Trying to find the right location for this one's putting about 25-30 minutes. Whew. Right, I need to get that aircon on. It's now coming up to 5 to 2. And we're 1 mile left from our destination. And it's just by the seafront, if you could call it that, I suppose. It's not really much of a sea, more of a river really, isn't it? But it does lead from the sea, so I suppose you could call it a seafront. And after we've done this collection, we're going to be jumping back onto the A19. God, these road markings are so confusing. For an example here, it will have left lane to go left only, but 2 lanes to stay on the roundabout to go for the junction that I need. So the markings on the floor are wrong. Same for the roundabout before actually as well. I've had a lot more bugs attacking the truck as well since the previous job. I don't think I'm going to have any spray left by the end of the day. Let's turn the aircon down a little bit. Now we're quite overpowering on the noise. And our final job is down in Middlesbrough. So that's going to be a little bit of a drive from where we are now, which will definitely make it a night out for today. Can't see yourselves getting back. And the place we're making delivery off, quite often, well more often than not, we make a collection from there as well. So just waiting for him to confirm with the office, see if they need anything taken back. I'm never a big fan of delivering to this place down here because you got the biffer site on the right hand side. This is where we got a nail lodged in the tyre once they had a punch hole sat on the side here to the right. Probably about 3 hours waiting for it to get fixed. Fully loaded trailer as well. And this is our client just here. Straps have done their job. Our final job is 37 miles away down in Middlesbrough, and it's around 1 hour drive, give or take, depending on traffic. Really tight turn in the road right now. Before I go anywhere, I'm just going to turn 1 or 2 times, just snaking it a little bit like so, just to make sure at the bottom of the trailer none of the airlines have got caught on that. It's quite a tight turn, it can get caught sometimes on the bottom, so just bear that in mind if you are new to driving. Middlesbrough, here we go. Right then, let's make sure we're getting the right lane. It's the first time actually using the tyre tunnel. I've always gone round, to be honest. Because the A1 isn't really too bad to go around on a quiet day. You can get backed up at certain times, I suppose. But also I found out we've actually got an account with the people who run this tunnel, so I can use it anytime. I didn't know. Learn something new every day, don't you? As they always say, every day's a school day. Oh, you won't like a breakdown there, would you? Saves going all around Newcastle, that's for sure. And to get Middlesbrough from where we are is pretty much straight down the A19 that we're currently on. Ooh, look at them train tankers. Nice and easy little route, isn't it, from Newcastle to Middlesbrough? We're on site now for the last delivery point, and my word, I was on the weighbridge and we just got swarmed between me and the lady who's on the inside by, I think, the flying ants. Hundreds of them just started swarming around the windows. I've got about 15, 20 of them inside the cab. I'm trying to bash them out. She's trying to fight them with spray from her window. It's just really, really bad. I've not been able to do too much footage on the dash cam driving to Middlesbrough because the window screen is just that bad. It really is. I'm using water constantly. I've had to top it up already for the second time today. It's just been really bad. I'll try and show you now if I can. Don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick it up. Well, it's a bit tight round here. Normally you can spin it in the yard, but can't today. Well and truly. And you can see all over the front window screen as well, and all at the top. It's just got even worse. There's thousands of them. Same on a headboard as well. That's really bad. And yes, everything you can see on that window screen is bug guts. Pretty much just smeared all over the place. Look at the size of them though. Look at it. It's massive. Massive things. I wasn't exaggerating when I was saying I'm getting attacked by the bugs today. And that is everything, ladies and gentlemen. All deliveries completed. Let's get the high vis off. This is really warm. Get the aircon cranked up. And to get back to our yard, it is 3 hours and 10 minutes drive. I have got 2.5 hours. I can extend it for 3.5 hours, which is good. Every single car's gone past this has failed. It's coming up saying like, angry face, slow down. It is only 30 down here. Whew. long drive, 128 miles and 3 hours. Now I'm sat there trying to tell me to go left, but I can't really go left because it's a weight limit, so I'm going to have to go to the right. I don't know why it's trying to take me down that way, unless that's a mile off. Oh yeah, might just make it actually. I don't know if it could be like a low bridge knowing my luck. Cheers mate, slowing down traffic. Get straight down here, make our way back to the A19, and then connect onto the A1 and following that all the way down home. So I've got enough hours anyway to make it back. Just depends on traffic though. If it hit more than a half hour's worth of traffic, then I'm not going to make it back. My 15 hours runs out at 8 o'clock because I started at 5 AM this morning, and if I get back between 6:30 and 7 o'clock, that's not too bad. I can deal with that. And as I always say, if I can get back, I will get back. I could easily just pull over in the next half hour, maybe an hour, have a night out in the services. But if the traffic is really heavy, then there's no point trying to kill yourself, is there, to get back? So I'll just go play it by ear for now. You can hear any noises, by the way, that's not rain, that is literally bugs hitting the windscreen. That is how many they are. It sounds like it's raining. Oh my god. That's really bad. I don't know if the camera's picking up the sound, but it just sounds like it's raining. I'm glad it's not like this all year round. Change of plan. So I just got a phone call off the gaffer, and we've got a possible reload on the way back down, but it's in Darlington. Just waiting for confirmation whether it's going to be getting done or not. So I'll go pull over and go take a 45-minute break. So then that will clear the driving time. That will give me 3.5 hours driving then, and then it will sort my working hours out as well, to be fair. So let's see if I can get into these services here. I don't know if it's car only at this place. So Darlington's not massively far from where I am, but it will mean I'll be on a night out, which we kind of expected anyway, didn't we? Right. Can trucks get in here? It doesn't say you can't, but they are quite deceiving around Newcastle when it comes to the trucks. So I can get around, okay, I can get around this way. But parking up wise, oh, there's a couple of trucks down there, it's alright actually. Not bad, not bad. I'm gonna do what they do. Tuck myself in. What I'll have to do is reverse out later on. To be honest, if this reload was a collection in the morning instead of this afternoon, that wouldn't be a bad thing, because it's 10 to 4 now. And this is quite a nice little cheeky location I can stop at. So the parking shouldn't be too expensive. Right out the way. Got McDonald's there, got a KFC there, got facilities there. Should be all right. As tomorrow morning we have a collection from Darlington. So we're over here at the moment, we need to go to that way. And it's a total of 14 minutes away. 17 miles to get there, and it's going to be a 6 a.m. collection at that. Choices. What do we do? I can stay here where I am now. Well, hopefully I can actually. I don't know if they have overnight parking or not. That's a good question, and yeah, it's worth checking out that actually. If I can actually stay here, if I can stay here if possible. Get up at about 5 o'clock in the morning, get on a road for 20 past 5, get there for 6 o'clock, or make my way there, have a lie-in, get up at 5:45. Do I fancy an earlier finish or a little bit of a later finish and a later start? Choices. Turns out I'm going to stay here for the night. All I need to do is move the truck over so I can reverse out and get out nice and easy. This place is an absolute steal. Honestly, when you normally go to the service station, it's about 32 quid. Sometimes it might be £25 on a good place. Here, £8.50. £8.50. That's a bargain. Well, we found out why it's £8.50. One reason is because there's no shower facilities, but there is toilet facilities that you can use, so it's not too bad. In the morning, on the way back down towards Bolton, I think it is our delivery point, I'll just pull over the services, have a quick shower for 15-20 minutes on my break period, get freshed up, so it's all right on that side of things. Second, there's no signal, or it's really slow with the internet around here. So that kind of sucks really, because I can't really watch a film. The internet's not good enough, or the 5G it's meant to have. There's McDonald's over there, but they can't get the Wi-Fi access, so I can't use that. Luckily, I've got a TV in the truck, so at least I've got something to keep me entertained. So I think for the rest of the night, I'm going to put my feet up and watch a bit of TV. And before I do forget, it's just scrape off some of these little carcasses. So then, when we start tomorrow, got a nice clean window screen. Don't know how long for, but let's give it a wash. It's always worth keeping some cleaning supplies inside your truck, just in case you get attacked by all these flies. And also, got one of these as well, like so. If it passes a bit of time anyway. Might not be perfect, but it's better than nothing. Better than it was at least, kind of. It's a little bit streaky on the outside, but hopefully if it rains overnight or if I do that a little bit more, I might get rid of it. A little bit later in the day now, and it's 9:30 at night. As you can see, on the TV ready for me, a bit of Family Guy. And I've just nipped over to McDonald's then, get myself a nice little hot chocolate before I go to bed. Morning, 5:15 the next day. And it doesn't feel that long ago when at 5:15 in the morning it was pitch black. They're not the best facilities, but at least I could brush my teeth in peace. To be fair though, it was a nice and peaceful night. There was only me, another guy next to us, that one, and nothing on this side. Let's have a little walk over to McDonald's, see if they're open, grab a coffee for the road. It's definitely safe to say I needed this coffee this morning. Large black Americano for the win. Before we do go anywhere, check the kingpin, check the tyres. No damage to the side or the curtains. Everything looks to be in good condition. Same for this side. Nice and secure. Not been tampered with. Now checks have been done. Good to go. Oh, looks to be a nice day out there today, doesn't it? Oh, I've got a good feeling. Pretty good sleep, to be fair. Sleep by 10:30. I might have been early actually, I think it might have been 10 o'clock. Woke up at 5:15. The destination is 17 miles away. Due to get there for about 6 o'clock, maybe 5 past, depends on traffic. I'm going to be following for the A689. Oh, hay fever's kicking in a bit this morning. Feel it in the back of my throat. Where you feel you need to constantly clear your throat while have a drink. Hopefully the coffee will sort me out for that. I do have coffee in the truck with me, and I've got a kettle, I've got water, and I've got milk. But a nice strong filter coffee from somewhere just hits you that little bit more than Kenko out of the jar. It does for me anyhow. First thing in the morning when you need a nice strong coffee. I think McDonald's are not a bad price, to be fair, as well, for what you get. It's a lot better than paying £6 at Costa. They're well expensive these days, aren't they? Let's get the sunroof closed. Hopefully the bugs are not out in force today, because yesterday, as you've seen, we got absolutely battered. I need to get a jet wash on this truck. Not far away now. Only 1.25 miles left to go. I'm not actually too sure what area I'm in at the moment. I know it's part of County Durham. I think it was Sunnymore, give or take. I don't know if it's Sunnymore yet, or it's a little bit further down. And the place we're collecting from is Chep, so do presume it's going to be a truck full of blue pallets. Really nice sunrise there to the side of me. Really nice. Can't see it on the left hand side. I'll be able to see it as I get round the corner. That's a nice view over there. Industrial estate. lot of the CHEP sites that I've drove past whilst making deliveries to different areas, normally quite a good size, so you can see them from the road. Hoping this one's going to be the same. Okay, it's not down there. May have to Google map it actually. Got something up ahead. Yep, there we go. Got it. Okay, no entry to HCVs, so we're going to go around. And let's report to the security gatehouse. Well, it's lucky I did. Stop with a security guard, because it's not actually in this bit. I drove past it. Right, according to the lady, there's no signs up here saying HCV goods inwards or whatnot. So I need to do the next left, and then it's left again. Wow, that sun is so bright. Really low down at the moment. Okay, so left here. Would be nice if they had a sign here saying like CHEP this way. Not there. Where is it? Alright, I'm gonna guess that might be it there. Looks like I could have stayed on this road last night. I don't think they're open yet. Having a nice little chat just then with the driver who was here before me. And unfortunately, he gave me the heads up saying he's been here before for 4 hours. Hopefully it's not the case today. And also, a little bit of advice from him is that they normally load up from one side and then slide it across. So to try and get it prepared whilst I'm waiting to get in on site, go open up this side, we'll do all the straps, jump in through the little ladder over here, and then on the internal straps on the opposite side, I'm going to connect them all to the hooks, so when they're sliding them across, they're all nice and secure already, and then all I need to do is just this side. Out you come. Change your plan. They've just opened up. So I have to strap them up after they've been loaded. Unfortunately, we've got a little bit of a predicament. It's 6:30 now, and I can't get in on site because the barrier to get in on site, you need to put the reference number in like a little tablet. There's nobody on site. There's no way you can do like an intercom or anything to get hold of customer service, for an example, for their site. And as we're doing subcontracting work for a different company, so we're doing like work for the contracts that they've got, the reference number they've given us says it's been collected already, which is not a good sign. They have done that in the past. I don't know if this company, for example, we're doing subcontracting work, but I've had it in the past where we're doing subcontracting work for somebody else, and I've turned up on site and like, yeah, it's been collected by a different company last night, and we're like, great, okay, so they've double booked the work out to 2 different companies after. And I've got a feeling it could be the same situation for today. Bonnie! Hello, little fella. Mind all the rubbish there, you don't want to get stuck on that plastic. I think he'd spotted me. He's like a rabbit stuck in the headlights. Got a new number from the office, we're all booked in. I'm not too sure if every CHEP site is the same, but I've got a text message and saying wait around with your truck and further instructions will be sent to your phone. A little bit odd. I've been given a bay and instructions, but however, these barriers, they're remotely operated. So the first one that I've just been to won't work. Let's see if this one opens instead. Nope. God, this place is useless. What is going on? Why none of the barriers working? Barriers at entry and exit gates are operated remotely. Please check the barrier positioning before driving forward. I can't get into the place. I don't normally get stressed out, but this place is stressing me out. Honestly, I don't know whether to laugh or cry or anything like that. Got the code sent through, gone to the barrier, go to bay 2 it tells me, but I can't get on site to go to bay 2. The barriers won't open. There's nobody on site, there's no intercom, there's no numbers to ring. I've walked all the way around there and I managed to see a forklift driver on the other side of the site. I'm there shouting, I'm like, hello, hello. About 5 minutes later, after shouting, managed to get his attention. So he's going to try and get hold of somebody else who's on their break currently. Then they're going to come over, see me, check the references, and then hopefully get me on site. But my word, a lot of messing about. Finally, some guy just came along with a little fob, lifted up the barrier, so now we can get in on site. Been given a little buzzer, so when they're ready for me to go back out do the curtains, they'll give us a little buzz, then I can nip out. And speaking to the guy just then, seems quite a nice guy to be fair. He was telling me the barrier system isn't linked up to their like notifications on the forklift truck to say basically the next job's arrived, and the only way the barriers work is when they get a notification they can go to the barrier and then lift it up manually. Whereas on the sign by the barrier it was all saying they are all automated, drive slowly towards the barrier and it will open. Guess that's wrong. That's all the pallets nice and secure, and on the back door we've got a stack as well, so we've got a ratchet strap over the back ones. That would then prevent any movement for the back ones. As you can see, they're going a little bit more on either side, like so. So it stops them from moving around and secures the back doors a little bit better as well. This has got to be a money saving exercise, isn't it? So you're not paying someone's wage, instead you've got to put your stuff on the little tablet there, then you print your paperwork out yourself. Hopefully it goes to plan at this time round, because as we know, we had a little bit of trouble getting in. So hopefully we can get out okay. Over 3 hours later, at 9:15, we're finally leaving. Check. To get to our destination over at Bolton is a 3-hour drive, 132 miles. I'm due to get there, I'm going to say 1 o'clock after a 45-minute break. So I need to take a break on the way down. Oh, do you know what? Let's grab a quick coffee for the road. I should have really made one whilst I was getting loaded, to be honest. We've got 3 hours and 51 minutes before I need to take a break for the driving time, so we should be able to get down to our destination in Bolton before we run out of driving time. Go be jumping onto the A1M very shortly. Following that all the way down onto the M1 to the M62, following the M62 down towards Bolton. I've not actually Google mapped the address. I probably should have earlier. So hopefully we can find it nice and easy. Joining onto the A1M, and now we'll go be 2.5 hours down the motorway to at the destination. 131 miles still to go. It's a long drive. Hopefully when I get there they can offload me pretty quick. Then we'll be able to make a couple of collections around our local area for the depot, after taking a break of course. Not too far from Bolton now, 8 miles away from our destination. And we're trying to get onto the M61 currently. It's not looking good, is it? I think it's possibly been an accident around here somewhere. So traffic is backed right up. And as you can see, it's currently stop-start. Time is currently 12:15, and without the traffic we should be there in 10 minutes. With the traffic, long as a piece of string, unfortunately. Oh dearie me. Right, there's 2 red X's there. That person's just jumped into the line. Good luck with that, mate. Right, we need to try and get away all around it now. Go on, mate. There's quite a lot of people out of the cars over there as well, having a nosy. I don't even know if I can get to the place where we need to go going this way. at least it's moving anyway. It goes right round, doesn't it? Everybody's just sat around. Some people sitting in the boot of the car with the back open. Actually, let's go straight forward instead. Thinking if I go straight up towards Bolton and then take a left down, try cut through near Farnworth, I might be able to come back down on myself. Where are you going, buddy? You was indicating to go right a second ago, now you're just cutting across. Hey, it's taken me an hour since I came off the M60 ring road, and we're coming up now towards Bolton, and Bolton looks really heavy as well. It's not what we needed today. I mean, it's a nice and easy day, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather try and get there without all the traffic. Where am I going? I think I need to be in the right lane. Go on, mate, let you cross. So I need to follow it for Wigan. Yeah, so it's the right lane that I need to be in. Traffic's moving, let's move forward a bit. I've got 1 hour left on driving time, and luckily I've taken a 15-minute earlier on, so I don't need to worry about the working time directive. Oh my word, as if the traffic's not bad enough, we've got scaffolders blocking this lane. Right, let's see if we can actually get across and then move back in. What is the chances of that? Trying to get around Bolton today, it feels worse than London. It's absolutely chaotic. Everybody's just blocking the boxes. Nobody can turn left or right. You got cars coming from the opposite direction through red lights. I don't know if you can see that guy going through. This is absolutely chaos. And we need to turn right. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting right turn. Right, thank you very much. For actually not blocking the junction. Come on, come on Aphrodite, get up there. Get your power back.
Side pedestrian.
I'm going to take up both lanes because it's a little bit of a tight left turn. So I need to make sure I've got enough space to turn with the trailer. Make sure that doesn't cut the corner. Left indicator still on. Take it nice and wide.
Side pedestrian.
It's taken me the best part of 45 minutes to get around, to come back a couple junctions down. We're 2 miles now away from our destination. We should be there in the next 10 minutes. The time is now 1:30. I think the motorway's back open now. Might as well sat in that traffic. And we're on the A58 and we're going to be jumping onto the A6, following it down to Chorley and High Haw Country Park. Just going to slow down a little bit to make sure this little RV gets around the corners okay. Don't want to be overlapping. Oh, that's a nice view over there. My word, it's absolutely beautiful here today. Not a cloud in sight. Loving it, absolutely love it when the sun comes out. And I'm starting to think it might be a little bit too hot, especially for a Bombay bad boy. A nice chicken and bacon salad, that would go down a treat right now. Or even better, a barbecue. Well, that's an absolutely lovely view up there, isn't it? We've been given a collection over at Birchwood in Warrington, so just need to make my way there. It's 20 miles away and we're due to get there for 20 to 4 depending on traffic. So the trip, all in all, to get down from where we was at Chep should have taken 3 hours, or just over 3 hours. And it was about 4 hours and 15 minutes in the end. And it was all because of the M61 motorway. Now we've been 10 past 3, we're probably going to get hit in all the school traffic now. .24 degrees, it's currently outside. One of the hottest days of the year. Hopefully the roads are going to be okay now as well. Well, the M61 is definitely reopened, which is good. However, long queues getting onto the M60 now. And because I'm going to Birchwood, The only way I can really go from Bolton way is jumping onto the M60 onto the M62, and that's due to lots of weight limits. An example, if I jump down the East Lancs, I would have to then go to the M6, go down the M6 South, and then onto the M62 to Birchwood, because Culture and all the little country lanes all have weight limit roads around there. So unfortunately I'm stuck going this way. Other than traffic though, it's been an alright day, hasn't it? Arrived at the final collection point for 10 to 4, and whilst I was doing my curtains I was looking around at the building next door, and I've got to say that's a little bit of an odd but very unsafe fire exit. Why is it so high up? Arrived now at our Haydock site, getting loaded up with 12 pallets, and then we're taking a full trailer load over to our Ashton site, dropping off everything we've collected this afternoon, and then after that's done we've got to come back to Haydock, drop the trailer, park up the unit, hand the keys in, and then jobs are good and we can go home. And realistically I think it's going to be a 6 o'clock finish, maybe 6:30, and then that will be a good 13 hours done for the Thursday. No, forgot to end the video then. So we're in the hub at the moment. I've got 2 pallets left to come off. Time has just hit 6 o'clock, so the lads here have done really well. Even though there's a little bit of a queue before getting in, they managed to clear the queue really quickly and get myself offloaded really fast. So nice one, guys, really do appreciate that. All I need to do now is drop the unit off back at Haydock, and then I'm done for the day. I need to get in the shower though, really do need a nice cold shower to freshen myself up, because it's too warm at the moment, especially sat in here for the last 40 minutes or so with no aircon. I am going to call it a day on the video, so if you did enjoy it, don't forget to hit that like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate all the support, especially all the members of the channel as well. If you want to help the channel, that is one way you can do it, is by joining it. I think it's like from £2.99 a month. Not a lot whatsoever, but it really does mean a lot to myself. So thank you very much for all the support of everybody, even if you're just watching it and subscribing, etc. And as always, have a great day, have a great week, stay safe, keep on trucking. Bye for now.